Okay, I was on mute. What is up, traders, and welcome back to another live Asia session, man. Welcome in, welcome all. How we doing, guys? Hopefully everybody's doing good so far. Happy start to a new trading week. Hopefully you guys were nice and green today. That's the goal, right? Get green, man. That's all we want to do is be green. Welcome into the stream, guys. All we want to do is be green. We would be green every day, right? Or at least 9 out of 10 days we wouldn't be green. When we're red, we want to have a very small red day. That's really all it is with trading. So anyways, let's take a look at NQ, man, because we had quite a session. And this is a measure from Sunday night all the way into, here we are, Monday night. So we had a bit of a gap up on the NQ coming into, this was Sunday night, so a small gap. Pretty much traded higher all through the Asia session, into the London, coming into pre-market, started to see a bit of a rollover. Man, I pretty much called it a New York session after about 10:30, 11 a.m. because we just started kind of rotating within this value area. This was a little bit later in the session that we started to see some actual continuation and acceptance under value area low. And anyways, next closest target is going to be Friday's lows, right? So that's where we ended up trending into, and then started to develop another kind of value area. We had 4 or 5 hours of consolidation down there, so it was a drift lower type of day. How'd you guys make out? How we doing, guys? What's up, Cozy, Sammy? Trading funded or eval today? Both, man, both. Green and red 50-50. That's not so bad. Let's see, because it's important. Also, we went back to green and red candles, right? Think a little. It's just more user friendly. I don't mind it. We'll go back to green and red candles. So this is coming after Thursday's price action. We saw a bit of a breakout on the daily, but no clear and immediate continuation. The Friday was kind of an inside day. Today, a little bit of consolidation. Broke the high, but just fell in to find clear direction above 30,000 to 300s. Check out like the ES. ES off the all-time highs a little bit. Pulling back into the structure at 7,700s. And YM is still drifting as well off the all-time highs. Much further than ES and NQ relative to the all-time highs. Dow cannot catch a break, which is interesting because arguably this pattern was probably one of the strongest coming into that recent push in the indices, where we start seeing those ES breaking into the all-time highs, NQ breaking out of its daily range, but it is coming down. Let's look at gold and crude. Gold's still above this breakout range and kind of consolidating. I think most of the buying momentum is kind of gone, at least for now. Setting a range on the daily. What's up? What's up? Gold looks good. What do you think, gold? Continuation long? Yeah, gold looks pretty good. Clean profile here on the volume profile. This structure here at 4,400, we broke below, couldn't sustain, reclaim that level, and now kind of trending back up. Gold doesn't look bad. I'm just a little worried that the daily range might hold. If that's the case, I'd be expecting some rejection and rotation off of pretty much where we are, to be honest. In fact, I really hate where gold's at. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just not a fan. I think directionally probably continues higher. I don't like where we are in the hourly chart. Way too much risk of this thing pulling back off of the highs. Saw crude have a nice push into kind of the lunch hour into the close. Really clean push. Just hourly really impressed me here on crude. Beautiful move from 82.10 to 84.10. Nice 2-point move. And even trying to trade a little bit higher here in the overnight session. So we'll see. We'll see what we can catch. I'd like crude to possibly continue looking to go long on crude. I think we're on the right side of that market. No notable resistance here on crude. In fact, we're trading above it. Next level is up at 85.50 possibly. There is room to the upside. I like the crude move to go higher. I'll be keeping an eye on crude. NQ showing a bit of weakness. So session lows 30,054. $30,050. That's New York session low. So we've yet to set a new low here in the overnight session so far. But I would expect that we can. We're only 20 points off of these lows. Nice selling control day. Market Map gave some pretty sick entries. I mean, for what it was, there wasn't the cleanest day, but Market Map gave some pretty good entries. If y'all aren't using it, you need to be. If you're not using it, you need to be. If you have trouble with locating your setups, right? You know what direction you want to be trading it. You know we're under VWAP. You know you want to be short. That's what I built the indicator for, man. That's what I built the indicator for. So make sure you're using it. Get free access to it. Hit that link in the description. You can get completely free access to it for 7 days. Alrighty. What's good, Knight? How we doing, man? You have a mental checklist. I don't have a mental checklist, man, to be honest. I mean, I'm mentally sound, but I don't go through a checklist. I don't force trades. Forcing trades hurts you. Hurts you more than it helps you. So once you've been hurt enough, you just stop forcing trades. I don't really force trades anymore. From time to time, I'm not a saint. Certainly there has been trades that have been forced, but the goal is to force as little as possible, right? You're going to have moments in trading where you self-sabotage, you screw something up that you know you shouldn't have done, and you're never going to stop that. It's just part of being human, but the goal is to minimize the stupidity as much as possible. So So directionally, I'm most confident about crude continuing higher. Issue is it's just a little extended. That doesn't mean I'm not going to try to take a buy on it, but after this breakout candle from 82 to 84, we had a little bit. I actually bought this pullback late in the New York session in Power Hour, and I caught a nice $200 trade on it. But I would need kind of a reset. I need a pullback to be buying into. I'm just going to buy into chop up at the highs. That's silly. So NQ's still hanging out at the lows here. Have not really seen a significant bounce. Now we are we're going to attempt to respect this 5-minute structure. Whether we see a strong enough buying reaction off of this level is yet to be determined. I think we'll get some more clarity coming into the Asia Open. I mean, we are at a pretty important technical level here on the hourly. This is Friday's low. This is Friday's AM low, actually. Last time we were down here, what did we see? The result was a 300-point bounce. Now, that eventually did get sold, as we saw today, but possibility for an initial reaction here makes sense, right? Kind of closed into it at the end of the New York session. Cut the crude early. Damn, did you cut it at 8? Oh, that's tough. I don't know. We just got some crazy. I don't know if it was news or maybe crude liked the way NQ was looking, but this thing just started going. And I didn't catch it either, but I did catch. Where did I get in? Where did I get into crude? I actually got in right here long. And I was out here. I mean, I was out. I'm even kicking myself, but I couldn't hold into the close because it was on a futures. I mean, it was on a funded account, so it's not like I could have held through the close. It'd be nice to have a. I mean, there's certain situations where I feel like a live account. Maybe I should have traded that on a live account, then I could hold it. Hey man, if y'all are just joining the stream, make sure you hit the like button. It helps a lot, and I appreciate it. Here we go. A little bit of a move on NQ, 30,086. Here's your point of control in this smaller 5-minute range, 30,100. The range is very tight down here. Like if we want, I mean, God, it's super tight down here. 130s, 60s. Like this is what, a 60-point range? If this does break out long, it's going to squeeze, I feel like, just given how tight the structure is. We have the ability to make the rotation into the New York AM value area. Like we can make this move. So it's tricky. It's tricky. That move could be made easily. Especially if we start bidding through 30,090s here, 100s, coming into the Asia Open. We could see that pop easily. Hourly's already looking like it maybe wants to start curling a little bit here. If buyers take short-term control here, I'm not going to be quick to try to fade it. Although I do like it from a technical level to be looking short. But there is an attempt here, right? We're respecting structure. There is an attempt here. We could see buyers take short-term control, and I don't want to be quick to fade that move. Get steamrolled if you try to fade that move too quick. Yeah, TBT 3 days to pass. Pretty sick. Sick promo. I don't think that's going to be permanent. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But at least the promo they're running. Maybe it is permanent. Is it permanent, but the 50% promo is only temporary, or is the entire promo itself just temporary? Like 3 days to pass only until August 31st or whatever it is. Anyways, it's sick. I always thought they took too long, but I guess with my funded futures coming out with those rapid end of days, 3 to 4 days to pass. CPT said hold my TPT said hold this real quick. Love it. I mean, I love an update that helps the trader and doesn't take anything away from. I mean, there's still daily payouts, still uncapped. Like they made a solid upgrade with really no downside, so it's awesome. I mean, on the you know what I mean. I'm looking at it from a statistical standpoint too. I don't know how many traders that take 3 days to pass and take 5 days to pass. Like there is. I'm sure more, because it is 5 days to pass, there's going to be more failures, but I don't think it's dramatic. All right. Short from 82, test the range. Okay. Hope it fades for you. NQ longs look good? Is that what you're saying? No, I'm not saying that. In fact, I would prefer to be short on the NQ. What I'm saying is we could see a short-term bounce here, and I don't want to get caught in that. So I'm not yet short. In fact, I probably won't get short. I probably won't get into a trade until we break this range. It's too much of a threat. It's too tight of a range. NQ could squeeze 40, 50 points, come up, test these highs, and start breaking out into all of this lower volume range, and then we get squeezy and you get caught. So that's not what we want to do. But if we see a setup, we'll look to take it. I mean, you guys know. You guys trade it with me. You guys trade the Asia session. What's the first agenda of NQ, man? You guys hop on the charts at 5, 6 p.m. looking to take some. Like, what's the first agenda? What has happened notoriously in this market for the past couple weeks? What's the first move? What's the first order of business for NQ as soon as the overnight session starts? Sweep session high, sweep session low, chop your shit up, and then make a move, right? So let's just wait. Let's just wait for it, man. It's been doing it every day for the past 2-3 weeks. And if you get in front of it and try to predict that it's going to break this way or break that way instead of just reacting to what it's telling you, you get smashed. It's a dangerous market, this overnight session, man. But you have to approach it the right way. So for me, I've got crude and NQ on my radar. Crude, I have a little bit more clarity towards as far as directionally. I'm very confident we continue trading higher. Even this daily candle is already breaking out into new highs. Nice strong close on the daily above this structure or at the structure, but now we're trading past it, so it looks good. All right, confirm that higher low here as far as this daily chart. Also, shit like it's not fundamental, but shit in the Middle East is just not looking good. and crude feels like a play where it has this initial move, right, because of the conflict, and then it's like, okay, Trump's got to figure it out, or you know what I mean? But out, it feels like a play that can have that second attempt at the highs. You know what I mean? It just does. It very much feels like a play like that. Straight's not open anytime soon. It's just, apart from that, the fundamental is not why I like it. But with supply and demand driven markets like gold, when you had China buying up all the gold, and now you have all of this, all the supply issues with oil, supply and demand. Like if it wants, fundamentals do matter a little bit more, I would say. You know what I mean? But that's not really the reason. I like it from a technical standpoint. Crude looks really, really good, and we're following this short-term strength to the upside. So try to keep following that. We'll try to look for pullbacks and see what happens on crude. I like crude. Next resistance on crude is 85.40, 85.50. This range up here. So there's upside. Looking good. Looking good. Don't get chopped up by the NQ, man. Let it do its thing. So crude session highs are at 84.50. And keep moving around. Be careful now. NQ long, what's good, Jonathan? I've got nothing, bro. What do you think? I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see anything yet. Like I was saying from the breakdown a little bit earlier, it's a very tight range here on the hourly. If we did want to see, like, if buyers take control, we can see a bit of a trend here, at least up to, say, 30,000. Shit, if it, I mean, depends how strong it is. We could rotate all the way back up to that New York AM value area right here between 140s to 250s, 260s. I could see a short-term bounce here, but it is risky because I could very easily see us losing this structure to the downside as well. I'd rather not predict. It feels like a coin toss. You could see it from a structural standpoint that there's some respect on this level, and we'll see some buying reaction. I could also see if this was strong enough selling, we just kind of continue trickling down. For me, I don't love it. I don't love it either way. I'd rather just let it decide, and we'll look to take a piece of it. Yo, what's good yet? And keep moving now. Hey, I know I just said it. It is moving to an extent. It's moving, but is it going anywhere? Yeah, no. 73 to 90 in a couple minutes, a minute or two. Some wiggle here. I will say I like it short. I don't think you're getting a good value for it here, just 20 points above session lows. I could also see structurally that we see a bit of a bounce from this zone. It's a tricky one. Hey, what's up, Raj? How we doing, Raj? We never traded at 30,000 in the New York session. Don't get me wrong, the price action, like the lack of buying, the lack of a buying reaction off of this level looks so good, but like we're coming to the Asia Open 30 minutes. Any bit of volatility could send us bouncing off of this structure. Plus, we know we like to chop around for the first couple hours of the session, so just be patient. Wait for the right opportunity. Wait until it becomes clear. Right now, it's just not. Make more morning or evenings? It's a good question. It's a great question. Probably, it's probably even. It's probably pretty even. Man, honestly, it might give you some more clarity if you go up a little bit. Go up to like the 15, get off the 1, get off the 5, go up to the 15. In fact, unless we start seeing some quicker moves, I'm going to sit on the 15 here. We're going to be on the 15. 15, you can really see nothing's happening. God, ES looks horrible. Yeah, everything, I mean, all the indices just closed really weak. They all closed very weak. Not so much that they closed near the low of the candle, but more so that, I mean, it's pretty much all like, all the price action that we saw past like noon. I mean, it was just trading session lows pretty much the whole time, setting these weak ranges, bleeding down. Like there's acceptance here. The best way to put it is there's acceptance here. The amount of acceptance that we saw under the value area low of the New York session is what makes it so bearish. It's not so much that the daily closed red, you know, kind of near the low. It's more so the amount of acceptance that we saw under value area low of the New York session. That's the best way I can put it. This is all the only way you're seeing this is just purely selling control here. Buyers fell the value area low, selling control. And acceptance below it. Didn't even come back for a retest of it. Just smashed. Gold long, hopefully that cooks for you, my man. I agree with you, Leo. It's a good outlook on that one. So yeah, we want to say, I mean, it's bearish. For me, it's bearish. These overnight sessions sometimes provide really good opportunities to just play the continuation trade of the price action we saw in the previous session. So kind of looking lower, traded under VWAP pretty much all session. Of course, now it's reset, so we're above it, but apart from that, you've got a higher time frame level of structure here. We could see a bit of a reaction. If we get a bit of a reaction and we start making a move back to these 100s, 120s, volume really starts tapering off and we could see a stronger retracement through this high. That's the thing. If you get short here at like 80, and then say come Asia session, right? Or sorry, come Asia open, we get a move up to like 100s and we just start kind of holding and looking like we want to break out, and then we do, I mean, I feel like you're having to, like, there's really no safe haven until this next, there's really no safe haven until the value area low at like 160. Like, this is all at risk of getting, you know what I mean, slimed out. So it could become sketchy very quickly being in a short here is the issue, but I think we probably sell lower in the session. It's just, it could get real sketchy. You know what I mean? Could get very sketchy. And then the range is so tight that it's very realistic that we do that. It's very realistic. We see coming to the Asia Open, catch a bit of a bid. Suddenly we're at this structure, we break out, and we're trading all through this low volume. And you're at risk of getting squeezed on. You know what I mean? So it is risky. Now, given how shitty this looks, do I want to get long? Nah, I don't. I don't. So much bearish acceptance under value area low that I think we probably go lower. But you have to understand the risk if we do start popping here. How ugly. I feel like this could turn very ugly very quickly with just the way this is set up tonight. Like it could get one of those where it kind of gets a lot ugly. And then it's like, because we saw so much acceptance and we saw so much rejection, it's like you kind of just feel like you can get short and not have a super respectful stop. You know what I mean? If you ever stop here, that could easily get ran. It's tricky. It's a tricky one. I'm excited to see what happens though. Hopefully we get some movement out of the Asia Open. I mean, this range is so tight that this could easily start looking very bad for a short very quickly. I mean, it's as simple as trading 3-point of control in this range. Suddenly we're at 120, and then you've got all of this low volume. You know what I mean? It could get bad. It could get trappy is what it could get. Having said that, I still think the price action was incredibly bearish today, and we probably go lower. But let's see what happens. It's already kind of flirting with the idea that I'm laying out. So let's see what happens. I'm about to destroy some PF Changs after this. Hopefully we smack a trade here. I'm going to destroy some PF Changs. Strategy trade. I trade with the context of the VWAP. Okay, so I'm always trading relative to value. Where is price relative to value? Right? There's an importance to me of taking trades off of technical and volume supported levels. I've always got VWAP in mind, right? I want to know where price is related to VWAP. Are we above it? Are we below it? If so, I want to trade with that. I need to understand the market condition of the session. Is it a rangy day? Is it trendy? Are breakouts failing today? Are breakouts breaking with strength and momentum? I'm just an overall trader, man, really. And then on top of that, I'm watching price action. Been watching price action for 8 years. That's actually how I started trading. So that is the core of the strategy. It's always price action, but then these tools come in handy as well. Do you guys see what I mean? With the this can start looking very sketchy very quickly. This gets to 120 and suddenly this looks real sketchy for a short. This looks real sketchy for a short suddenly if we get to 120 here. Because I mean, you're shorting here at session lows and you're like just kind of expecting that the continuation will be there, but suddenly this squeezes up to this structure, trades through it. We have all this low volume. We start breaking higher with strength and you're kind of just in your short. And it's very easy to skip a stop on a trade setup like this. You know what I mean? This one's be cautious here, guys. If I ever meant something, I mean it now. Be cautious with the shorts. This is a trappy setup here. It's a trappy setup here. Start a new volume profile. That's kind of what I'm going for too, man. with the visible range here, it kind of sets it. So I just zoom in on what I'm looking at, and so I've kind of got it set. Like I'm mainly looking at this one, but it's just a smaller time frame volume profile compared to this one. This gets to 120, so we might see like sellers get trapped a little bit. Or maybe he just trades up there, rejects the edge, and fades back down. But I just feel like it could get a little squeezy. We've also seen NQ kind of trade through the value area low of the New York session, fell to just find stronger continuation below it, and then it ends up trading back into it like in the overnight. I've seen that happen a lot. In fact, that happens so much. They should run a study on how much that happens. I never realized or picked up on it because I never really used the volume profile. But the amount of times that we trade under the value area low, or we have recently, failed to find continuation and then trade back into it, that happens a lot. I guess it's bound to happen. The only way that wouldn't happen is if you just get clear trending price action the entire night. So I guess that is bound to kind of happen, but still. Got juicy longs on gold, did you? What is gold up to? Nice. Nice. Yeah, some of y'all were mentioning the gold longs. I didn't hate it. I just, yeah, that's solid. Solid. Yeah, I'm thinking buyers might take control of this, at least short term, for a bit of a move here. Maybe we trade back above these highs at 30,130s, if that's the case. If that's the case, back into the gap, value area low, I mean, this wouldn't be a horrible spot to try to get short, at least for the initial reaction. That's always what I'm looking to trade, the initial reaction. If I could get short here and catch 20, 30 points, I would be a happy camper. It feels like it's very far away, but the ATR kind of really tapered off towards the end of the set. Like, this isn't that far. I mean, this is 60 points away. That's not far away at all. Relative to this range, it feels far, but it's really not that far for an NQ move. We sometimes see 5-minute candles that are 60 points, chat. You over leveraged 5 ULs and blew it all, man. Quit doing that. I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah, don't do that, man. I know that's not what you want to hear, but shit. You gotta size down, bro. You have to size down. What's your opinion on 9 a.m. New York session when people wait for a liquidity sweep? if that's your strategy and you trade it, then if it works, then great. There's got to be more context there than just getting long after liquidity sweep. There's got to be more. There's got to be more context there than just getting long because liquidity swept and a candle had a gap and it inversed it. No, I don't know. I mean, everybody's strategy is different, man. I'm not a huge fan of trying to take the opposite side of a breakout, because whenever we're talking about liquidity sweeps, it's always a breakthrough level and then you're immediately looking for a reversal. I'm never the one who's trying to be the first. Like, I just don't do that. I think that's gonna get you in trouble a lot. I think the mentality of a lot of traders have is like, okay, we took. It's very popular in the ICT space. It's like we took. Of course, they have more context and confluence, which is whatever. But I feel like it's very easy for a trader with that mindset to just be like, we took the Asia lows, and there's a draw on liquidity higher. This is the entry. Like, bro, what? We took the Asia lows, and there's a draw on liquidity higher, so that's your entry? Just because? Because the market's a ploy to just take liquidity and immediately go to the opposite liquidity. No. It's the right size for a 25K account. 1 to 2 micros probably. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on ICT. I just kind of poke fun at it, but I do think it's I don't really have any thoughts on it. It's just not. It's totally the opposite of what I do. Anybody just joining in here, guys? I would be looking to go short tonight, but I'm not sitting here oblivious to the fact that we have Asia open in about 20 minutes. We're starting to see a bit of a curl off of this hourly. We're also respecting this structure. There's an opportunity here. I'm not saying that's going to happen. There's an opportunity here for buyers in the short term to take control and make an attempt at trading back to some of the structure at 20,120. And if we do get there, and this is what I felt a little threatened by, like it's easy to get caught in a short here and just get really squeezed out, because if we get through 120s, 130s, we have this, look at all the volume taper off here, right? We could see a breakout through this level with some strength. So I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get trapped here essentially. And I feel like this setup tonight has the opportunity to trap you very nicely. So just being patient. We'll see what the Asia Open looks like. Is your bias on gold? I think I don't really have it because we're in a range on the hourly. I mean, we're at the upper range on the hourly. I don't really have one, to be honest. I don't really have one. I don't really have one. I think there's probably opportunities to buy the pullback until we get up to those 500s. Right? If that's the target, we're headed back to the 500s, maybe. I don't really have anything though. I mean, it's hard to argue that it's up on the hourly from this low, right? So continue looking for dip buys around VWAP possibly, but I don't like the risk of that thing pulling back on me, just given where we are here on the hourly. So I'm just not going to mess with it. I did mention wanting to get long possibly on crude. At this point, we've got 15 minutes to the Asia Open. We'll just wait it out, see if we get a pullback on crude, see if NQ starts popping a little bit. At this point, just wait it out. 15 minutes to the Asia Open. Hey, if you're all in the Discord, man, make sure you join the Discord. !Discord Discord in the chat, and you guys will get the link. Make sure you're in the Discord. Make sure you're in the Discord. Good place to be. I think I'm gonna start doing my insights on. I think I'll start doing like some free insights. Maybe I'll create a channel just on the outlook that I have coming into the morning. Be a good way for me to document that, and then as well help some traders out possibly. You make more from mentorship, affiliate, or trading? Trading, man, easily. I don't think that's the case for a lot, but for me, that's the case. 100%. 100%. Not even close. All right, we got 15 minutes. Let's do this. So this is what I'm looking at. If we can get into these 120s. See a little bit of volume coming to the Asia Open, and we start breaking 120s, trading into the 160s. That's value area low of the New York session. I mean, ideally, I would look to get short here just for the initial reaction. Maybe trade one edge of the profile to the other edge. So like look for this pullback. Bing, bing. Happy with that. 30, 40 points. I know it's a bit of a while. I don't know. We just got to see what the Asia Open looks like here. Size do you recommend to trade for 50K? I trade 50Ks, man. And the size that I use for 50K is like 2 to 3 micros, maybe 4. 2 to 3 micros, maybe 4. 3 to 5 trades a day. You trade 2 to 3 micros and catch a decent move on NQ. When I say decent, I'm not talking about a huge move. 30, 40 points, you can make a couple $100. And you can make a couple $100. You take 4 or 5 winning trades a day. It's like, you know what I mean? Like that can add up. Yeah, I trade 50Ks. These are my 50Ks. I only use about 3 to 4 micros, maybe 5. If it's evals, a little bit more, but nothing crazy. Right? Is anybody currently in an NQ long? Starting to get a little bit more interested in crude possibly here. Pass your emails in 2 days? Excuse me. No, I actually just passed a couple of Tradify accounts. It took me 4 days. It took me like 4 or 5 days. No, I don't rush to pass them. I mean, sometimes if there's a promo, I'll try to rush to pass it. Like the TPT promo, that's only good for like maybe a trading week or two. So You know what I mean? And then once it's over, I don't know. You kind of want to try to pass those a little. If there's like a limited time promo, maybe. What is cockpit? It's called the cockpit. This is just Trade Syncer. This is a trade copier program I use. I've been trading these Apex accounts, man, and they're actually like damn near ready for a payout. I'm above the drawdown. These are intraday accounts. The legacies, I only got 3 of them, but that's pretty sick. Yo, hopped in long at 85. Okay, off the VWAP, Jonathan Long. 12 minutes to the Age Open. Appreciate the dono, man. $10. Who's in a trade, man? We got Jonathan Long at 85. Gold's kind of melting up right now. Nice hourly candle here on gold. New York session highs at 486. So gold too soon. I think you caught a good trade, man. I mean, I don't know what your trade setup was, but that's a clean move. You should be happy with that. It's a clean move. You should be happy with that. You can't always, get the entire move. I think catching a little bit of strength here on gold makes sense on this attempt to put in a higher low here on this hourly structure. Can't hate it, right? Went long 1 micro. Let's go, Wayne. And I bet you Wayne's not feeling any type of emotion about just holding the 1 micro also. That's also what's nice about using less size. Wayne's got 1 micro running. Let's see. If this comes into the Asia Open and catches a bit of strength, could we know gold likes to make these moves in the overnight. Let's go. 300s. Oh my god, y'all have some ambitious targets, man. Ambitious targets. I mean, that'd be a full rotation from low to high on the hourly. I could see that. It's not crazy. It's a little crazy, but it's not that crazy. Strong daily breaking out of that structure. Now we have like 2 days of consolidation. I could see it from I could see it on the higher time frame, maybe. But you're pretty much assuming that you're pretty much assuming the lows are in for the night, I guess. Could be. Let's go though, let's go. I hope it rips. Appreciate the donos always. Yeah, for me, same as Sammy. I'm kind of looking at the crude long. I'm looking at NQ short possibly, but I'm also not going to step in front of this. It seems like buyers are taking control of this short-term move, so I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to try to fade this strength right here if we're seeing that this wants to bounce off structure here. What do you think the correlation for 1 hour and 15? What do you mean correlation? Are you talking about aligning yourself with like the higher time frame move? Yeah, glad you caught a small P. That's a great mindset. I've been trading like that a lot recently, and it only helps. Just be happy you caught a small move. Be happy you caught a small move. Because you look for the bigger moves, it's just it's just not gonna happen as much as you want it to, and that leads to getting annoyed, to tilting, to everything else. Gold's going higher. Let's see. We got 7 minutes to the Asia Open here. Hey traders, I appreciate you guys hanging out on stream, man. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not already. We have yet to take a trade, but I wouldn't advise anybody. If you're not already in a trade, you're not already green. 5 minutes to the Asia Open, I certainly would not be looking to get into one right now. Because we're about to get some volatility. In which direction, we don't know. When ATR is less, just aim for less, yeah. Just always aim for less. Been holding him in queue. What are we long, Gene? Considering just trading off VWAP, I'll go on good runs, just off our price action, but I get caught up quickly. Yeah, Corey, I think you should be trading off the VWAP. I think you should be trading off the VWAP. I think that's a great idea. I think you should be trading with VWAP as the context of everything you do. You know what I mean? But you have to understand the market conditions. You have to understand the market conditions. You know what I mean? Which I'm assuming you do. If you don't, I have plenty of content on that. But yeah, I advise anybody. I advise most traders I mean, there's got to be it's got to be some type of compass that you're working on. Like there's got to be some type of compass, some general direction that can guide you a little bit here. I think, if not a little white line on your chart that has incredible significance, the price reacts to and gives incredible reactions off of multiple times in a session. Super important. All right, holding long. Let's see. Looking good so far. Four minutes. I hope this thing rips into like the 120s, 130s for anybody long. If we get up to 160, 170, I'm getting short, and I'm probably going to hold it all night. Maybe. Actually, no, that's not true. If I get... that's not true at all. I always told myself that. I probably wouldn't hold it for more than 5 minutes. All right, let's see, man. We got 3 minutes here. Reaction 136. What, this high here? Yeah. Could see a reaction there. I think this is the general zone we want to be looking for the reaction. Edge of this profile here. It's a volume supported level. Somewhere in there. mean, we have a potential reversal. We do have a potential reversal. A very slow price action trying to form it. But we could see short-term buying here, up above 120s, 130. Like, it's not a far move. This is the hourly chart, and this feels like it's kind of far. This is 30 points. It's 30 points away. It's super doable. It's just because of the market volatility, the ATR has tapered off so much, this feels like it's a far move. It's not. It's not at all. It's a tiny move. And I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get caught short here, getting trapped as we squeeze into the 130s. You see how it's kind of deceiving? Like the ATR has almost plummeted past lunch. And so these moves feel like they're far relative to what we've been seeing. That's nothing. 30 points, it's nothing at all. But relative to what we saw the past, like what our minds are programmed to interpret the past 4 or 5 hours, it feels like very far. It's not. We don't want to get caught short yet. Not yet. All right, here's the open right now. Haven't really gone anywhere yet. Need to break above these 100s. I mean, we're just holding right here at 100s. Just under 100s, actually. All right, popped 100s. Let this go, let this go. Look, if buyers want to take control short term, we're going to see this move, at least an attempt of 120s, I would think. These ranges are just so tight. This is such a doable target, right? 20 points in this range. Very doable. I think we'll at least get a test of it. Maybe we come back, hold point of control, then if we can break out again, maybe we get up to value area low New York session. That's where I'm going to snipe that short. That's where I'm going to snipe that short. Just for an initial reaction. But I'm not going to like, look at this hourly. I mean, it could still fail. But there's at least an attempt. And an attempt is enough for me to not try to fade it yet. Not yet. Get out and push. Get out and push. The way I'm interpreting it is rather than trying to get short here and having the risk of these highs getting taken and then just having to have my risk like a little bit wider than I would want. I'd rather just take it, be patient, wait for the exhaustion, and then take it then. Let's take these highs out and then take the low. Be happy with that. I just want to get short. I don't want to get short right in the middle of all this chop. And then if we make a small 20-point move, suddenly we're squeezing through these highs into this lower volume, and I'm just trapped. Having to eat, at minimum, having to eat like 80 points of drawdown if that were to happen. Wow, look at gold here. Look at that candle. Said long break even if we hold. It's a tricky one. I think the ranges are a little tight to consider break even, but it's a risk. I think there's enough downside risk that going break even and protecting the risk makes sense as well, though. Like it's valid to be a little scared of this, to be honest. It's a scary one. If we don't hold this, then yeah, I mean, if we are going to see buyers take control, break these 90s and try to trend into these 120s, 130s, I don't think going break even quick's a bad idea with how heavy this looks on a higher time frame. So I could see both. You know, I could see both. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Welcome back. Appreciate you joining the stream as always. Trying our best not to get chopped up in this Asia chop, which is exactly what it is. In fact, something suspicious is the fact that we haven't swept both sides of the overnight highs and lows yet. My break even almost got tagged out. Yeah, I mean, if you get tagged out of this one, Gene, you know, it's a little choppy right now. Just don't get too, don't let it put you in an emotional state if you get chopped out. No, it's, you know what I mean? Just wait for a fresh setup. I know getting stopped break even sometimes put me in tilt. Not recently, but it has in the past. Because you're like, man, why don't you just go, you know? But look, I hope it squeezes for you here. Traders, appreciate y'all hanging the stream in. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not already. Check out gold and crude here. Wouldn't mind a break of 84 in crude. Let this get a little lower. Start hunting for some possible dip buys, playing the continuation of all this strength we saw coming into the close. Still have yet to go anywhere, but this is looking okay for possible move through 100s here. Push. I know, this is tough, right? Super, super muted move here. Nothing happening. you had to force my hand in a trade, I'd be in a crude long right now. But even still, I feel like we could get better value for the crude long. Crude just has the most clear potential upside direction. Like the next high really is at 85.20 up here. And we had a really clean move into the lunch hour and then just continued trending into the close, and the overnight is trading higher. Crude just looks really strong. But I would like it under 84. And I'm not really in a rush to get anything. Nothing's moving very quickly right now, so just be patient for the setup. Wow. All right, guys, look at gold. Gold's moving around, no direction, but it is moving around. Double test the VWAP, can it hold? Yo, what's up, Mohammed? How we doing, Mohammed? Crude's in an awkward spot where we don't have a lot of volume on the profile that I can go off of. I mean, maybe we have some. You just know you want to follow the trend a little bit on crude. Stop out if we can't hold that previous hourly low here at 83.40. Let's try to get long, follow that trend. See money, take money. If we get a bit of a bounce, I think it's very likely with how we want to trade. Let's see, we got NQ possibly bouncing. So I have a crude long lined up off of what we can work out on this shelf. There's not much to go off of because we haven't really traded up here too long. But wide stop, look to buy the dip. Context is just continuing to follow this short-term move to the upside. Really clean break of 82s. Clean move. We just want to follow that, really. Simple as that. Maybe trade it back to the VWAP. From Senegal. Okay, nice, man. What's the indicator? It's a custom indicator that I built. If you want to try it out, you can click the link in the description and get a 7-day trial for it. I have a complete guide on how to use it, and it's kind of use it with the VWAP. Comes in handy with the VWAP. It's like the VWAP's friend. It's like the VWAP's friend. VWAP tells me the direction I want to be trading, and then the blue and red zones give me the optimal entries following that direction. Jeez, brother, we have not gone anywhere. Why do you put your graphics upside down? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Just need more volume. That's what it is. There's nothing here yet, guys. And it might look. This is the overnight session. This isn't nothing new to us. You just got to be accepting of it. Although crude, if we could get a break of 84, it might give me a pretty good long entry. Yeah, I changed the colors. Yeah, it's more user friendly. People will understand exactly what I'm talking about. So, back to the green and red. Back to the green and red. Holy chop. Holy chop. Your graphic's the opposite of my graphic, M&Q 5-minute? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, are you talking about this? What are you talking about, this? You're talking about that? The volume profile? I have no idea what you're talking about, actually. Yeah, that's just a different indicator. It's the visible ranged volume profile, and I just prefer it. I mean, I see people use it, the one off to the left, and I don't know how y'all do that because I can't see what happened. So no, I don't use it. I don't use that. I use the visible range volume profile. And so whatever is displayed on my chart, that's the volume profile I'm looking at. That is what I use. I don't know how people use the one that's like on the chart to the left, blocking everything. I can't see anything. Your volume profile is not like that in Top Step. You need to it's the VPVR. VPVR. All right, guys, I think we'll be live for like 5-10 minutes. We'll see if we get picked up on this crude trade, but apart from that, this is, I mean, just nothing happening. Go for it, NQ. Go for it, man. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Either break out of the upside or let crude break down a little bit so I can get picked up long. Okay, NQ, we want to go a little bit. Can we go from 105 to 125, 130s? Here we go. Now NQ's moving. Took a minute. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night there. Just not really seeing anything. Listen, if this can look, so here's the way I'm interpreting this. This hourly is attempting to make a bit of a reversal. We see stronger candles coming off of these lows. Buyers are taking control, at least for the moment. Now we want to follow the higher time frame, but look, buyers are taking control. Just concede. If you're looking to get short, just wait. Let it trade higher. Let it go test these highs, because this is target number 1, a test to 130. I would not get short anything below 130. Let it test 130, then make a conclusion. Like how do we react? What's the price action look like there? If we trade through it, next important level to me would be value area low at like 3160. I would be looking for a short, just for a quick scalp short. Just for a quick scalp short. That's what I would look for. I'd look for a short around 3160 for a quick scalp. 30 points. Very modest target. Buyers are taking control here in the short term. But I'm going to go enjoy my evening and have some supper. It's just still a little slow. It's still a little slow, and I don't know how long it's going to take. But I wouldn't look to fade it yet. If you guys want to join the Discord, if y'all have any questions, I'm on my phone, so I can hit you guys back really quickly. But unfortunately, I'm not going to... Look, I love trading the Asia session, but I'm not going to stay over 2-3 hours waiting for 160s here. Because that is really, in my opinion, probably where we're headed. And if that's the case, that's where I want to get short. I don't want to do anything in between that level and where we are now. So if you guys have any questions, if you want to know what's up, I'll update you on Discord. I'll start making an effort to keep an update on the Discord, let y'all know what trades I'm currently in. So that's the plan. That's the plan for me. Yeah, just about being patient. And I think we probably get to 160s, but it's going to take some time. Yeah, tomorrow, Gene, I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night for another Asia session stream. Hopefully we can actually catch something. I'll be live tomorrow morning in the mentorship. You guys can check that out in the link down below. As far as that, I'll be active in the Discord, and if I take a trade, I'll let y'all know. I'll start sending some screenshots when I get in these trades, but yeah, we have short-term control from the buyers, a bit of a reversal off of this hourly structure. There's going to be some short-term buying control here, in my opinion, at least for the next, at least until we test 130. Like we should see a test of 130. Whether we reject it or trade through it, I don't really know or care, but I want to be getting short around 160 for a quick scalp. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go enjoy my night. Y'all have a good night yourselves. Trade well. Be patient. Wait for your setups. Use limit orders. If you want to get long, buy red candles. If you want to get short, sell green candles. Simple stuff, man, but it goes a long way. Keep your emotions in check. Size down. Don't overtrade. Stuff you already know. All right, guys. God bless y'all. I will see you tomorrow morning, if not tomorrow night. Peace.